Hello, YouTube. Black Tiger Miner here. Welcome you guys back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. Remember, KASPA, KASPA, KASPA. So as you know, this is a KASPA video. I did see something interesting I wanted to share with you guys, but I'll go through the numbers first, and then we'll click to the video. So I got a question from RBBT LLC, and he says, can you talk about what you're mining? So before we get into the KASPA video, I want to answer his question. So I started mining KASPA, and then once the ASICs came up, I've been looking for an alternative. So I tried Vertcoin, and then I realized you can't really exchange Vertcoin. That's Vertcoin VTC. I tried some Ironfish and had the same problem. It's hard to exchange it or use it for something else. I did use Trade Ogre and I can convert Ironfish, but it just wasn't crazy profitable. And I did some Sky Dodge. I did like Sky Dodge. It was pretty profitable. It has the same problem as Vertcoin. It's kind of hard to exchange since it's not listed on a lot of exchanges. It's kind of hard to exchange it to KASPA. So my goal was to mine these coins and then exchange them back to KASPA. But at this point, I just switched back to KASPA. I'm probably going to run KASPA with Hive OS until the ASCII miners take over, and then I'll look for another coin. So if you do have any suggestions, or I was looking at XRP, but I'm not sure if you're using unminable or how you're mining it. But we'll make another video for that. Today, let's get back to KASPA. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you think about the videos or if there's any other coins to discuss. I've been having a big momentum switch with XRP. So we're talking about XRP as well. But let's run the KASPA numbers for right now. So for today, I'm actually looking for KASPA. That's weird. Where is KASPA? Okay, here we go. Tripping. So KASPA is down 0. This knocks you out the way. KASPA is down 0.8% today. And the last hour, it's down 0.7. For the week, it's up 14.8%. And if you look, not a lot of green here. For the month, it's up 47.4%. And for the year, it's up 14,844. So let's look at Live Coin Watch. Live Coin Watch says it's down 0.82% in the hour, down 0.77% in the last 24 hours. It's up 18.6367% in the last 7 days, up 41.18% in the last 30 days. It's up 35.15% in the last 90 days. And for the year, it's up 16.6 thousand%. Bitcoin's up 12.6% in the year, and Ethereum's up 13.4%. So it's still holding steady. Current price is 0.0338. And if we look at the 30-day charts, or let's look at the 7-day charts, it had a run and now it's consolidating, which is a good thing. As long as it's not going down, we're okay. But even at the current price, it's going to come down eventually, right? It's been running. If you see the 90-day chart, it's been running, right? It's been up. What is this? What was it? 6.6 started going, went up 6.15, consolidated a little bit, went up 6.20, did some consolidating, dipped a little bit back to the resistance point, that's 0.21. Then it kind of shot up. And now, so let's see, from 6.76, it shot up from, what is this? 0.021 to 0.035 and it's kind of consolidating. So if we look at CoinGecko, something's happening with CoinMarketCap. It's not coming up for me. So we'll look at CoinGecko. CoinGecko ranks it at 67, which is different from Live Coin Watch. And actually, Crypto Buzzle has it at 66. Okay, KASPA. So remember, KASPA. So uh, CoinGecko says it's at 0.0336, down 0.7%. And market cap is 666 million. Wow, 666. Anyway, 24 trading volume is 14.7 million. Total fully disputed is 967 million. Circulating supply is 19.7 billion. Total supply is 19.7 billion. And max supply is 28.7 billion. And then we can see same thing with the charts here. It's consolidating. Nothing to freak out about. Casper is at 0.033 today. 24-hour trading volume 14.7 million represents a 0.73 decline in the last 24 hours and a 17.11 increase in the past 7 days, with circulating supply at 20 billion. Caspa's valued market value is 666 million. So if we look at the Block Explorer, current supply is 19.7 billion. TCS is 1.4 and BPS is 1. So TPS is the transactions per second, it's 2.2, and BPS is blocks per second at 1.4. And you can see the TPS is fluctuating upwards, which is a good thing. Mine percent is 68.11. Next reduction 16 days down to 185 blocks. And the 68 is increasing. So with these ASCII miners coming not till August or maybe the end of August or September, the mining percent is rapidly going down. So I'm not sure if the iRiver KS zeros are being plugged in. I know they're starting to ship, but I don't know if people are actually using it. But the hash rate is increasing. So something's definitely happening there. So if we look at the top addresses, top 10 addresses owned is 16.8%. Top 100 is 35.8. Top 1000 is 61.3. Address is 270. And these are not distinct addresses. These are just accumulation of addresses. And then we can see here, still no Aquaman. Not sure what happened there. Humpback is 100 million to 1 billion is 9. So it could have been the Aquaman split into 2 humpbacks, but we'll keep an eye on that. Whales is 10 million to 100 million is 196, up 0.5%. Sharks is 1 million to 100 million, 2,187. No change here in the last 24 hours. Dolphins 100K to 1 million, 10,992, up 0.1%. So currently I'm in the fish category, 10K to 100K. We're pushing up to 60K. So hopefully we'll switch up to diamond or dolphin at some point. So this is 39,290. So definitely still movement here. And we'll switch to Twitter. So this is one of the articles I've seen from KASPA Enthusiasm. Another second post on the hash rate of all-time high of KASPA, just because I found the numbers so beautiful. We've cracked the 2.5 petahash. So max hash rate is 2.51. And this is today, looks like. Interesting. So definitely petahash. So there's more volume, the mining increasing. So there's more miners actually looking at KASPA. And this is from Jim Skibum. Thank you for the corrections there. And we'll see what he's talking about real quick.
So LMD Ghost fork choice. So the latest message-driven greedy heaviest observed sub-tree fork choice rule is an adaptation of Ghost, which was proposed by Jonathan Sampolinsky and Aviv Zohar in 2013 to a proof-of-stake context.
Saying this LMD, which is the founder of Ethereum, is saying that the protocol Ghost was made over 10 years ago. So no new news there. You can solo mine with KASPA on ASCII miners. This is Rabbit Miner mentioning it. So I was looking at getting that Ice River miner, but I want to see how it does, that KS0. So I want to see how the hash rate goes and if it comes down. And this is another message from Jim Skibum saying that 14 cents is not that far away. But let's click to this video and see what Jesse and AI is talking.
Market cap will not properly list the KASPA ranking, and you won't even believe what the answer is. Ever since the SEC was defeated in court, the altcoins have a bullish momentum that will help carry KASPA on this upward trajectory well into November, December. Using our charting technique, we will be able to predict exactly how the market's going to react to Powell's speech. Linking Coinbase to KASPA is found within the book of KASPA itself, specifically chapter 2, page 8, when it mentions the $8 million that it secured from Polychain Capital. Polychain Capital is an investment banking firm that was founded by an ex-chief of risk officer from Coinbase. In the movie Margin Call, the character Eric Dale was the chief of risk in that story. Olson Carlson Wee was the ex-Eric Dale of Coinbase until he broke off to open his own investment banking. Ever since Polychain Investments has been open, they have often shared investments with Coinbase Ventures. Taking a look at the Coinbase Venture investment profile, we can see that they're very shoulder, buddy, often sharing investments with Polychain Investments. CoinMarketCap is actually owned by Binance. Why would Binance be interested in correctly ranking a token that their number one competitor is most likely to get the first listing for? Looking at the charts for altcoin market cap, we can see how bullish the court's ruling against the SEC was. The court's decision was when you buy a cryptocurrency, it is not like you're buying stock in the company of Coca-Cola. That would be a written agreement with the company that says they're going to share the profits with you from soda sales. In fact, when you're buying cryptocurrency, this is a consumable goods. So in the court's eyes, the cryptos are much more like a cooler full of soda. There are some exemptions to this. If the Coca-Cola salesman who's selling you this cooler says, I'm going to sell it to you, but let me hold on to it in a lockup for a year and I'll give you a 15% APY. When that happens, the judge ruled that yes, now you're starting to enter into a contract to share profit. The court also added that when institutional level players invested in cryptocurrency, using this same metaphor, that would be a lot like somebody with a restaurant license buying cases of Coca-Cola. And under that factor, it would definitely be like they were entering into a contract to share profits with Coca-Cola. Now, KASPA, being a proof of work token, is far away from all the staking APY. There is a distinct phenomenon when you compare the altcoin market cap chart to the KASPA chart. We can see this starting right on June 14th during the FOMC meeting. All of the altcoins started losing market cap, bleeding out, as KASPA started to gain liquidity and absolutely rocket upward. We can see this exact same phenomenon here on the 23rd of March. Now, when we zoom into a briefer time window, we can notice with this light green and yellow arrows, how on the total 3, it's like a downward sideways momentum. During those exact same time arrows, we can see on KASPA that we're rocketing upward, showing that the rest of the altcoins are actually bleeding market cap directly into KASPA. Before the court's ruling on XRP, we had thought that the altcoin market cap would be able to run until it reached the bottom of this gray Fibonacci pitch. It appears now that we will clearly be able to push through this to the bottom of the blue zone of this Fibonacci pitch. To give a better example of this on the charts, look back at the last bearish wedge that we made in 2018. As you can see, once the candle broke free from this downward triangle, it went up until it found the previous resistance on the trend line from back within that bearish wedge, that case being right between the blue and the red. Only then was the candle stopping to turn back down. Applying that same model into the pattern that we have in front of us, there doesn't seem to be any point inside the wedge when the candle stopped in between the teal and the gray zone. In fact, it looks like it would have to run up to the bottom of the blue zone before it found any resistance. This means when Powell comes out to the stand, he'll most likely say, we're going to raise interest rates one more time, and the market will digest that as extremely bullish news, and it will push right through August 14th and keep heading at a slightly upward crest. As we know, this will be very bullish for KASPA, as the altcoin market cap has also carried KASPA up along with it. As we start to crest out and reach the peak around mid-October, some of the altcoins will have already hit their top and start going back down. A lot of that liquidity will be bleeding into KASPA, as we have shown with all of those time arrows. It's around those calendar dates that I believe KASPA will be reaching its peak. Zooming in on the 15-minute window of KASPA, we can notice how the candle is basically mimicking the trend line separating the red from purple. Now we can clearly see each time that we move into a new color zone, there is a bit of resistance from the candle, whether it breaks out, retraces back, or get rejected and then breaks through at a lower date. We're waiting for the candle to absolutely break through this purple zone, where it will then clearly run up to 4 cents before finding its final resistance within this Fibonacci pitch right here on the outer wall of this channel. Once it breaks through that last purple wall here, it will then be free to join this continuation trend based off of the origin lines back in the April pendant. We already covered that in the last video. Breaking all this information down, it's clear that KASPA will be in an overall bullish trend upward until the early weeks of November. That should be the earliest stages that we'll see any major corrective waves in the price action. This gives
saying KASPA will be on a bullish run until November. I'm not sure I agree with that. At some point, it's going to come down and maybe bounce back up. But from what he's saying, it's going to keep running. And if the altcoins do run, like he mentioned, KASPA's going to pick up a good lion's share of that, right? Just because of the product, the applications, and the usefulness. So I agree with him there, and also think that it is a good product and a good application. So let me know what you think about the video. Remember, KASPA, KASPA, KASPA. Let me know what you think about the future numbers, if it's going to continue the bull run or if it's going to cool off, and if you think the ASCII miners will affect the KASPA price. But happy Friday. This is Black Tiger Miner signing out, and let's get back to the money.